Alright, hello and welcome everybody. Today is Sunday, November 22nd, 2020. And today I'm at my favorite park in Lombard, Illinois to shoot a little video here. I figured this would be a nice video to make, something you guys will like. Video going over the updated/upgraded radio setup in my 2002 Ford F-150 here. So, the last video I did on the radio setup in my truck was when I had the old truck, the red truck, and I didn't bother to make anything once I got the new truck because the setup was pretty much the same, but I changed a couple things around and got a third radio here, so hope you guys will enjoy. I'll start with the antennas up here. I got 3 antennas, one VHF, one UHF, and one CB. The front one is the VHF, at least I think it's a VHF antenna. Either way, it's what I'm using as the VHF antenna. The middle one is the UHF antenna, and the back one is the CB antenna. So I'll start by showing you guys what's inside the truck. If you guys saw the last video I did of the radio setup in the red truck, which was I think 2 years ago, everything is pretty much the same except for the new radio I got. So just like before, I have the Cobra 29XLR CB radio, my Kenwood NX-800H UHF mobile radio, and now I also have a Kenwood NX-700H NextEdge VHF mobile radio. So when I did the radio update, collection update video, last month or the month before, whatever, I know I said I wasn't going to be getting any more radios. That was a lie. I should have rephrased that to say I wouldn't be getting any more radios unless I found a good deal out there. And I really did get a good deal on this radio. It popped up on Facebook Marketplace for like $100. The guy had it listed as a Kenwood CB radio, so he had no clue what he was selling. And the guy had just purchased a retired Union Pacific Railroad service truck, and that's what this sucker came out of. So this truck, he bought it at the auction, and they didn't take any of their equipment out. The radio was in there. They had a drive cam in there. They had a bunch of technology that the railroad just left behind in this truck, and this radio was one of those things. So I met up with him down in Joliet and gave him $100. Took my tools and pulled that sucker out of there. This was mounted to an external speaker. It was mounted to a bracket with an external speaker. It had the line filter and everything plugged into it. I removed all that stuff, and you can see the wire here where it was plugged into the external speaker. I just left that there, but I had to take the radio apart, and there was a jumper in there that had to be switched because I wasn't going to use the external speaker. I was just going to use the speaker on the control head. But I installed this sucker in here because I have wanted a VHF radio for a while, and like I said, that thing popped up. The guy gave it to me for $100, which this radio is in really good shape, and I just couldn't. I saw it on Facebook Marketplace. I just couldn't pass it up. It's really cool too. It's got UPRR, Union Pacific Railroad, etched into the top of the radio with a serial number. So it's pretty neat. It came with the KMC36 DTMF microphone too. It's got the DTMF pad on it, which is pretty cool. But like I said, I had wanted a VHF radio for the truck for a little while because all the local fire departments and all the railroads and everything are on VHF, and I thought it would have been cool to have kind of a VHF scanner in here. And that's pretty much what I have, and it looks great alongside the NX800. There's some nice consistency there. So before I turn the key on and show you guys all this, I'll show you guys my full setup. I didn't really show it too much in detail the last time about how I have these wired up and everything. But I'll start with my power. I have these both running. I'm not going to go too far under there, but I have them running under the floor mat. There's a grommet back there that goes through the firewall. And I'll show you where it comes out. my power wires are, you guys can see them right there, I know. You guys are going to criticize me for not adding enough insulation, which I didn't. The only insulation I added was right there, but there are my power wires right there. So I have the that tubing over them, and I put some electrical tape on there as well. So I know you guys can feel free to judge me if you want about not having enough insulation on those wires. But let me pop the hood here. And under here, those are my, my battery terminal's getting a little corroded there, need to clean that up. But those are my CB wires, those ones run straight to the battery. The two business radios run right into the fuse box right here, which I don't have that closed all the way, this is really shoddy. And they just run right into there. And that's the circuit that comes on with the key. So there's that. For my antennas, I don't know if I have this door unlocked. No, I don't. My antennas come out from underneath the radios, or the antenna coax comes out, goes underneath my speaker mount for the CB radio. They all go underneath the seat, and they come up this way, go around the seat belt. This isn't the best, but this is my best attempt at trying to make things clean. Not a very good job. Then they go up to the roof. These are MIG mounts, so. Oh, by the way, the VHF antenna, I'll tell you a little story about the antenna. The Cobra antenna, the CB antenna, that one I just bought at Walmart. This middle antenna came off of one of our school buses that we got over the summer, which I switched it out with one of the shorter UHF whips so I could put this sucker on my truck. It's a tall UHF whip with that coil in the center, and then that VHF whip, as well as the magnet mount, came off. They were extras off of my work's shop truck. So we got that shop truck used from, I think it was the Carroll Stream Public Works or something like that. There were like 2 extra mag mounts on it with coax running into the truck. It wasn't even going anywhere. So I just stole those 2 extra mounts off of it, and I think this is a VHF whip. It's a little longer than your UHF whips. I think this is a VHF whip. I don't know for sure though. But like I said, it's what I'm using as a VHF antenna. But they're all on springs. Huh. That's funny. Not a very good magnet. But yeah. As you guys can see, not great, but better than nothing, right? So I'll go ahead and let me get my key here, and I'll power these on. We'll listen to some chatter, at least on the fire channels. I reprogrammed this sucker. This was programmed, I think, with the AAR software for the railroads. I wiped that programming, and I just reprogrammed in all the AAR channels too. Both analog and NXD and digital, but I also programmed in the DUCOM fire channels, which is all, it's the fire dispatch for all of DuPage County, Illinois. So there's 4 channels, north, south, east, and west. We're in Lombard right now. I think this would be considered, I think this would be the east channel. I'll go ahead and turn the key and see both of these suckers come on. So, turn off my stereo here. Upgraded the stereo in this thing too, but that's for a different video. I have the clocks programmed on both of them, believe it or not. I have all three of these clocks synced up here. But this one, I just pretty much, like I said, mostly what I use this as is I mainly use this as a VHF fire scanner. I really have never used this thing to transmit. I put the microphone right up here. Oh, and then I did replace the KMC. If you guys saw the review I did of the KMC 65 microphone, I did replace the KMC 35 with this one. So I have my UHF radio microphone right here, and then I just put the VHF up here because there was really no other good place to put it. But this sucker looks pretty cool when it gets dark outside. The keypad on this microphone, if you guys can see it, is backlit, so when it gets dark outside, that sucker looks pretty cool. I have the clock synced up on all three of these. The clock battery in this sucker, I've changed it 2 million times, and for some reason it still loses time. I don't know why. This one holds perfect time. This one looks like it's a few years newer. This thing is in pristine shape. It was an absolute steal for $100. So, I'll turn off the clock for a second. But here we go. DUCOM fire north, fire south, fire east, and fire west. And then I have all the railroad frequencies for the local railroads, the UP West Line, Geneva Sub, the Belvedere Subdivision, even though those are farther up north in Harvard. So I have some of the railroad yards programmed in, and I have the BNSF and the Canadian National, the Metra Milwaukee District West Line, which is somewhat near me. Illinois Railway Museum, which is a little farther away. Fox River Trolley Museum in South Elgin. So that's what I have programmed into there. Then I have all the AAR channels, every single one of them, as well as the NXDN AAR channels. So I've never heard anything on those. I do have the MERS frequencies, the multi-use radio frequencies, programmed on this thing. And I don't know anyone who uses MERS, and it's illegal to use a radio that's this powerful on MERS. So I mainly just have them to listen, but I do have this set so it can transmit. So I have conventional, fleet sync,
east winds 15 to 25.
Then my NOAA weather channel.
And snow in the morning, then rain in the afternoon. Waves 3 to 5 feet, building to 4 to 7 feet, occasionally to 9 feet. Tuesday night, southeast winds to 30 knots, becoming south. Rain. Waves 5 to 8 feet, occasionally to 10 feet. Wednesday, southeast winds 10 to 20 knots, backing to east 10 to 15 knots. Rain likely in the morning, then chance of rain in the afternoon. Waves 3 to 5 feet, subsiding to 2 to 4 feet. Wednesday night, northeast winds 10 to 20 knots, becoming north 10 to 15 knots. Waves 1 to 3 feet. Thursday, west.
So anyway, that's the weather channel. So yeah, it's a pretty cool radio. Like I said, for $100, it was an absolute steal. Probably $250, $300 radio at least, with the DTMF mic, which is pretty flippin' awesome.
Go ahead. There's no hazards here. 89 in the process of resetting and picking up. Engine 90 and myself are available to return. That's received.
Now these fire agencies are on the Starcom digital system, but their signal is simulcast on these conventional VHF frequencies. So anyway, then we got over here, I got the same old channels on this sucker. This is my what you guys see is the data on my work channel, which is always an interruption, but you guys can hear that. We get to listen to that every day at my school bus company. We got that. There's a tone out.
Sick person, District 153, 6924 Longmeadow Lane, Hanover Park, Medic 15, cross street of Walnut Avenue and Westchester Drive.
Got Chicago police on this one.
the West Circle. We're at 5912 campsite.
We're at 5930 West Circle. 1611 has the car stopped.
They're going to be at now 5930.
The East Circle, sorry.
It's okay, 5930 on East Circle.
So yeah, I got all that stuff. Got my GMRS repeaters in here. GMRS conventional channels. See if I can hit this sucker from here. Oh yeah. Just barely. WQXZ 773 radio check. So we got that. And then back to my work channel. Neighboring work channel. And First Student, I like to listen to that, so.
Thanks, it is responding.
Oh yeah. Pretty cool stuff. I don't think I really have anything else to show you guys.
After midnight.
It's really...
Chance of rain and snow after midnight. Waves 1 to 3 feet. Tuesday.
So anyway, put that back on scan. That's really all I have to show you guys. I really don't use this guy too much. I don't pick up a whole lot on it. Sounds like I got a little bit of chatter on there I got a little bit of chatter out there on channel 19.
Don't believe in families. Troublemakers believe. Well, they just believe in their own little minds. That having families together is a crime. And happy Thanksgiving.
Got those truckers screwing around on 19.
Moment of conversation. Get to your destination in one piece, not the kind of your regular two-barred. 18-wheeler, four-wheeler, other pieces.
That may or may not be someone playing something out of their phone into the CB radio, but anyway, that's kind of fun. Just wanted to give you guys an update on the radio setup in my truck. I really like this. You know, like I said, some of you guys can criticize how I have it set up. It's not the best setup in the world, but it works. And, you know, the radios are actually mounted, and, you know, they do come on with the key, so that's pretty darn cool. So, anyway, that was the updated radio setup in my truck. That's what I currently have as of today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and that'll be it.